Good morning. I'm Stephanie. I'm a health and wellness coach, YouTuber, content creator, pastry chef, and chef. Yeah, self-taught, future self-taught chef. Mm. Hair needs a wash already. Good morning. I just came from the gym. Look at that thing over there. Just came from the gym. Today was abs day. I am having a chocolate peanut butter protein shake. And we are ready to read a little bit and learn. I got this beauty yesterday for $5. $5. I'm heading there now. It's another leg day. I created a program where I am focusing on working my legs, glutes, and abs. So I'm doing 2 leg days, 2 ab days, and of course we're including some upper body and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, that's the parts I want to focus more. So I'm having 2 leg days a week. So the original price, I don't remember what was the original price. Let's see. Oh shit. Original price is $40. Damn. Cookbooks. Yesterday I was looking for learning cookbooks. I wanna learn cooking. I am a graduated pastry chef, but now like I wanna learn cooking, Especially as a health and wellness coach, I think it will be interesting not just sharing recipes, but also sharing how to cook because I feel like we have lost our passion for like really home meals now. Nowadays, everything has to be quick, easy, simple, or having this company delivering meals into our homes. And yes, sometimes we need that, but we went from sometimes to like everyday laziness. And I've been wanting to get back into like the joy of home cooking. I remember when I started to live alone for the first time when I was like 18 or 19. I used to make so many amazing dishes, and I am so away from that. So I want to get back into it. So instead of just sharing healthy recipes, I want to also like help and share like cooking techniques as well. So that's the goal. So I went to the library store and try to find a cooking book, like a book for teaching cooking techniques. Also focusing on a lot of cardio and abs. That's good. Cardio should always be included. I always make sure to have cardio every week. Hello, good morning, everybody. Like you better blonde. Good for you. So yeah, what I was gonna say was that when I was looking for cooking books, they were expensive. They were like $40, almost all of them and up. Like, and not just like really. I know that a really teaching cookbook was gonna be pricier, but holy shit, regular cookbooks $40. Then they put it on sale for 15, but I got it for 5. That's the good news. And that would be a good recommendation. Like go to the library store and go for the bargain. Now I noticed that Barnes and Nobles doesn't have a bargain section. Like Barnes and Noble doesn't have a section for sale. So I would look for other bookstores. Over here, I have Books a Million, and they have a whole section. They have 2 sections. One section, it's like how do you call it? Liquidation, whatever the heck about you call it, which it books for like $3, $4, $5. And then they have the bargain, which bargain you're gonna find them for 12, 14, 50 bucks. So yeah, I got this one for 5. You're still gorgeous. Thank you. So yeah, I figured since we are starting to learn how to cook on summer, let's learn everything we can about grilling and shit like that. Now I cannot have a grill. The universe knew what I was getting my mind into. So I was thinking of purchasing a grill and having a grill outside here, but this is a small deck. But I noticed that a lot of residents were still having their little barbecues outside, the little grills. And then we received a letter where they were gonna get inside all the houses and take the grill out because when we signed the lease, we signed an agreement of not having grills outside because it's a fire hazard. So, and that reminded me, I remember I am in a grab shoot in a group chat. And there was this lady that she lives in the same apartment complex building, and she was complaining like, and she said a comment like, "Oh, and this idiot next door, it's doing a barbecue." And I was like, in my mind, I was like, why she has to be such a granny, like so rude and so boring? Like, what is it with her? Why is it so bad to have your neighbor doing a grill? Like, you know what I mean? But now I realize that it's because it is part of the list, actually, that you should not have a grill because it could be a fire hazard. So I was thinking, I want to get a grill. And next we received that email. So I was like, bum, bum, bum. So now I'm going to figure it out. I was looking yesterday in Amazon to purchase a stovetop griddle. So at least we can have some of that. And I can still use the seasonings and flavors of grilling and barbecue. Oh, I wonder how I could do. Yesterday, I learned about Texas barbecue. I was like, what does that actually mean? Entire. And I learned that you cook the meat for hours and hours and in a like a smoke thing. So I was wondering if there's any technique where I can do um if there was any technique where I can do something like that, but obviously on a kitchen stove. How I can do. I know there's liquid smoke. Obviously, it's not the same, but at least you're gonna have that summer flavor. So tomorrow is gonna be tomorrow I have a big grocery day, so I'm gonna see if I can find liquid smoke. But what else I can use? If I use the set for making flan, maybe I can find some wood chips and put it in the bottom. I don't know. I have to search. Yeah. We're not gonna have the grill, but at least we can have the flavors. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that I can learn. I just started last night to watch Food Network show, cooking show, and it's about barbecue with Bobby Flay and Michael Simon. And I've been taking notes. Like I had this notebook now next to me, and I started taking notes. And I did a whole section just about barbecue with all the tips and seasonings. Every time they mention a seasoning, I'm grinding it down. And something I noticed that on the Texas barbecue, they only season with salt and pepper. They keep it so simple. And I was like, holy cow, because all the flavor is already in the meat and already in the smokiness and all that stuff. So that was very interesting to learn. But I did notice they use a lot coriander, salt and pepper. But I likes to use smoked paprika. Like here is the seasoning and they use coriander. There was another over here that I have and they use coriander. Over here there was another thing and they use coriander. Like if I would recommend you watching cooking shows and cooking competitions if you really want to learn cooking. That's when I went to baking school, I knew 75% of the things they were teaching because I spent years and years and years watching Food Network, and everything I knew I learned it through Food Network. Now, to be honest, before like 20 years ago, they used to do a lot of real cooking shows and real cooking shows from professional chefs. They're gonna teach you techniques. Obviously, you're gonna learn really cooking techniques because they're focusing on the recipe. And over the years, they had changed it way too much to competition, competition, competition. And I like it because it teaches you like how to pivot, how to be inspired, like how to create dishes out of random products or whatever. And then you can do things in a certain amount of time. But it doesn't focus on the recipe. Like they're not gonna take the time to tell you cut it this way, do this because it's gonna do this, use this ingredient because it's gonna do this. None of that. And yeah, I miss that. I miss like real cooking shows. However, if you want to learn how to cook, watch TV shows, Cook for Network, because you want to learn for free. So, okay, so there was a part pork chops. So I did purchase some pork chops, and I want to cook some pork chops today. So I'm wondering how I can make it. Want water in there? Now this is fried pork chops. I don't want to do fried. Pit beef sandwich. Come on. Yeah? No? Okay. I only have done pernil once, and it wasn't even myself. And that could be a good. It's just I see also see pernil as a Christmas thing because that's the tradition in Puerto Rico. But we are in the U.S. Pernil, I think we can get away for it with it for summer, right? But I only cooked it once because me and my best friend. This is a funny thing. My best friend, she also loves cooking, and when we went to cooking school, we went to cooking school at the same time. And she was a regular cooking, and I was on baking. And everybody hated us because we would share our meals. Like I will give her from my pastries, and she will give me from what she cooked, and we were every day eating amazing, freshly made meals. And for some at some point we were thinking about having a catering together. So my dad, my family owns a Airbnb management business. So he found this guest who wanted like a feast, order catering with Christmas, traditional Puerto Rican Christmas meals and all that stuff, and with Disney. So I did it with my best friend, and I don't remember much about it. But that would be a good challenge for this summer. That would be a good one. I wonder how much is it. I don't even know how to look for Berlin. I'm gonna have to YouTube that shit because I never have purchased it. Okay. So I do have some pork chops that I want to cook today. So I'm looking for inspo. Oh my god, look how good this looks. Are you kidding me? What is this? Roasted oxtails over yellow rice. I could make some yellow rice, but I will have to do it with beans. Ah, that looks so good. I can do that, but pork chops. Salt, black pepper, all-purpose flour, olive oil. Ah, I know I needed to buy something yesterday. And all I did, I scratched accidentally, and now it hurts. Ah, I didn't got onions. We do have carrots. We do have tomato paste. We do have garlic. Red pepper we have. We don't have red wine. Shoot. That's another thing. I need to get back into buying alcoholic beverage for cooking. I need red wine, um, a white wine, and beer. I just got reminded. I used to cook this pollo fricassee, and I will put beer on it, and it was so good. So red wine. We don't have that, but that's okay. Bay leaves, rosemary. We do have most of it. We could try this with whatever we have. Because this looks really good. I don't like cooking wine. I like regular wine. I feel like cooking wines, I don't know, it's not the same, especially the cheap ones. I was ever thinking about that the other day. And I was like, I'd rather use regular wine. Unless my experience with wine is so bad that with cooking wine that's true, it's different. Yeah. I prefer real beverage. Oh my gosh, this is a pizza? Cast iron meat lovers pizza. So yeah, I'm debating if I should get a griddle or not. Cause I don't wanna I'm trying to save so I can have money to do fun stuff with my kids during the summer. So I was like, should I spend $20 on a griddle? Well, it's gonna be like 24 with taxes. On a griddle or not? Because with those $24, we can go to the movies. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21. We could go to the movies 3 times, 7 times. So I'm trying to figure out what fun things I can do with my kids during summer that are gonna be affordable. So I do have a cast iron, so I guess I'm gonna use the cast iron as the griddle for this summer, and then next year we can purchase the griddle, stove griddle. Beef bourguignon. I wanna cook this one. Bourguignon. Oh my gosh, I love your video so much. Thank you. Yummy food. I know everything looks so freaking good in here. That's another thing I need to learn photography. Oh, I took the yellow rice page out. Okay, it is page 241. Page 241. I need to write that down. I'm gonna cook this recipe today for dinner. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna be missing a few ingredients, including the red wine, but we have most of it. I guess I use tomato sauce for the red wine. Mississippi beef creamy grits. I hate grits. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't. I would change the grits for probably mashed potatoes. The Hemingway burger. My favorite beans. I guess black beans. I don't know. I always go towards black beans, so I guess that means it's my favorite. But I have never thought about having favorite beans. Like I never put the thought of my mind like my favorite beans are this. I just always go towards black beans every time I have a choice. Venison spaghetti, Limburger elbow. That yellow was made well with small wooden sausages. Gandules are so good. Yeah, gandules. I think I haven't. I haven't eaten gandules or arroz con gandules since January. And that was an epic fail. And I found it funny because I was so inspired when I was cooking Thanksgiving dinner. And I think that arroz con gandules, I guess love is not always work out when you're cooking. I was like, I'm gonna put sazon, I'm gonna put salt and pepper, I'm gonna cook it with like a stock instead of water so it has flavor. And finally the food was done. And when I tasted that rice, it was bad. It was bad. It was like it didn't have any flavor at all. It was fucking soggy. I put too much water, so that didn't help either. And it had no flavor at all. And I put it to the side and I look at my family, at my kids, and I say, I know that rice is horrible. You can put it to the fucking side. And my son was like, yeah, I didn't like it, but I felt bad leaving it on the side. And I was like, bro, you can throw that shit in the trash because it was bad. It was bad. So yeah, there was no, and I was so shocked. Like I can understand arroz mogollado, but the fact that they didn't have any flavor at all was so shocking because I used stock. It was not even water; it was stock. So that alone has flavor. With a shit ton of salt, I put 2 packets of sazon, so it was super yellow. It looked beautiful at the beginning until it got soggy. I was so disappointed. Spatch cook smoked chicken. I need to cook me some breakfast. I don't feel well. And I need to get to work. I have so much work to do. I don't even know how to get started. Hi, Kitchen Queen. Hello. Have you saved a fish from drowning fish? Is that supposed to be a joke? My boy. So handsome. He's gonna be 16 already. How my baby is 16 already? I love him so freaking much. He looks so big. Holy shit. I am married, admiring my teenager from the window. He's in the kitchen right now. If he only knew how much I love him. You say, what's your plan? Did you decide? My plan for later? I did choose. I don't have all the ingredients, but I did choose. I don't even know where. Okay. This one. However, I don't have all the ingredients, but I have like most of them. And I will use my skills to figure it out. Substitute, like instead of red wine, what the fuck else can I use? Probably tomato sauce instead of red wine to give it that look. Ooh, barbecue. I can use barbecue. Barbecue sauce. And but I need to get to the kitchen and make me breakfast because I don't feel well. Let's cook something real quick. I'm gonna make an egg sandwich. Fried. It's fine. That's fine. Sado, are you okay? You're asking the dog. Tomato sauce. Thank you. How are you? I'm good. I'm hungry. I don't feel well. So I'm gonna cook a egg sandwich with a plate. Let me tell you guys. Hi. I tried root beer the other day and it was disgusting. It tastes like Pepto Bismol. Ugh, horrible. Love your smile. Do you take any vitamins? Yeah, it's just that I woke up and I went straight to the gym. And it's 11:15 and I haven't ate. Ugh. Ooh. How everybody's week been so far? What book looked at? Huh? Yeah, I'm just making a egg sandwich right now. I had a protein shake a few minutes ago, but it's still not kicking in. It's too light. I need something heavier. What book look at that? I'm not sure what the question exactly is. Mm, it's going as usual. Did you make the career decision? Kitchen, it's lovely. Thank you. It was a good book, I guess. All of these are cookbooks. So this side, it's cooking books. This baby over here, she's my cooking school cookbook, baking book, baking cookbook. You know what I mean? Like this is the book we use in cooking school. So this is a gem. This is professional. This is real. And I was looking for something like this, but for cooking. It smells like crab. The other day I defrosted crab legs. Oh yeah. And I put the box was in the book and I see her like seafood. But she used, she had notes. She's dirty and stained. She has all the notes from my cooking school. So my baking, My baking is from here. And then on this side, which I want to update, is the cooking books. But but
Here I am. Sorry it took so long. Ace, take a look at this. You'll be happy to hear Luffy's well on his way to becoming the king of the pirates. That's our badass little brother for you.
I was in Barnes and Nobles yesterday, and Julia Child cookbook, $45. Do you want the link to my PayPal? And the second biggest cookbook that you need to get, which is Joy of Cooking or something like that, $45. So yeah, I I I want those books, and I want them over here. Like if you're a chef, you need to have those books in your book collection. Especially Julia Child. She's the first woman to really change the culinary industry. Are you kidding me? $100 for those two books, because also we need to take in consideration the freaking taxes.
You know, I don't know who the hell you think you are, but that's Mr. Luffy to you, you damn punk.
It's a cooking book. Okay, I'm lost.
King of the pirates one day.
It's a cooking book. Nice. The recipe that I know for a lifetime. The recipes in where? Cooking tears. You are so. It was like I literally 2 nights ago I went to bed watching Julie and Julia, which is one of my favorite movies at all, and it's about Julia Child. And like me watching Julia Child freaking movie, and the next day I go to the library and there it is. Her cookbook. There it was.
Give me some credit.
And I was like, is this a sign? So I think that that's my career, cooking. I always wanted to be a cooking. I always wanted to be in cooking. I always wanted to own my own restaurant. I don't think that ever will happen. You never know. But I can still get in the cooking world.
How else would I know we stole booze from the
I think that a big one.
That means a lot, Luffy. I'm glad you're alive too, brother. Yeah, Ace may not be with us, but at least you're here. You know how grateful I am. I nearly lost two brothers without being able to do anything about it. If something awful happened to you, I wouldn't have anyone else left now, would I? So thank you. That's for staying alive this whole time. Would you let me eat the flame fruit then?
Because Nuna distracted him. Oh, the book. So I also got this book over here, and it was on sale for $8 or 7. I think it was 7. So I'm excited. How to choose, prepare, and cook meat and poultry. Right now, I'm learning about proteins. And when I went to the bookstore, I was looking for a teaching cookbook, techniques, everything. Like the one that I have for baking. And my daughter was playing with a book. I looked for books and I look, and I couldn't find what I was looking for. And suddenly I'm cleaning my toddler mess because she was playing with the books and she was playing with this. She found this for me.
Taking care of
So this is gonna be my cookbook, teaching cookbook. Does it make any sense?
Hey, I just left the house. Come.
So I was looking for it, and it really teaches you about heat, temperature, the golden rule, the golden, how to brown town. Like it's a really good teaching book. I put all the books that I found on my shop my links. If you're interested, it has really good photos, teaching photos, steps.
The other still has
So far, it looks really good.
yes, what? Johnson, he won this round fair.
How to cut a whole chicken.
So please, you could always find things. You can go over dice roll and after lashing out at the fleet.
I'm excited.
First, better to take a gamble than complain about the outcome.
So yeah, if you go to my shop mine in the one of the bookshelves, it's called cooking books. And I added all these cookbooks, all 3 of them that I got yesterday. If you're interested. So yeah, I love it. It's step by step. It's like a really teaching book. I also have this one. I need to add it. There's this YouTuber that I follow, and she's a home cook and she's learning how to do everything from scratch. She even do her own mayonnaise from scratch. And she said she learned it from this one. So I'm gonna put this today in the also over there. All you need to make great food. And again, it has really step-by-step photos.
That's a sign. Rebecca.
But I felt like this is good for learning to cook recipes, but this one really teaches you like a little bit more of the science of the cooking, if it makes any sense. Like if you want to understand the science behind something, this one is gonna teach you. So these are gonna be my 2 self-taught cooking books. So I need to add those.
Pretty much good to go? Yes, anytime. Nice. Once we get back to Baltica, there's so much I want to tell
All
Frank.
right, let's use the bread now.
Till next time. It's nice to see you again. Let's hurry. After removing the big mountain pirates, each four hexagonal mountain study becomes separated into a right.
What happened?
The strongest creature
You were playing with your food, bro. Rare medium steak, backstory of cooking. Backstory of cooking. Not sure what the question is.
So no spending time with his brother. He'll be disappointed. It's truly a good time. I'm sorry, did we make you I'm not the I'm sorry. Got the last guy. So it's a weird kid. That's so good of the show. Let him sleep as much as he wishes. I brought him here so that he would have a chance to recover. By the way, I may have some alcohol in the kitchen cellar.
Kitchen dollar.
No matter how much I could think you can do, it would never be enough. The hope we gave to the people of Dressrosa means more than any of us can express. Thanks to all of you, our kingdom will be changed forever. The pain that you're feeling right now is from the injuries you sustained on behalf of our people. We must repay you any way we can. Let's start with trees. You're staying at least. Yeah. Oh. At some point, I'd really like to spar with you. Coming from a source with your cabin, that's an honor. Many a day without hope. Sure, you can have the rest. Hell is what my body, but thanks. Guess I'll take it. I saw the people that will live in their TV post. I got screwed up to enter. Why can't you do it? Because I was like, excuse me. I promise.
Ay, qué buena. Okay, you're number no. No, I don't. Backstory of cooking. I didn't understand the question. Hi, gorgeous. Thursday. Yesterday, I was thinking it was Tuesday. I didn't realize it was Wednesday until nighttime. When I was chilling in bed for go to sleep, and I went to I went to YouTube and I noticed that all the videos that are usually uploaded on Wednesdays were live. And I was like, wait a minute, what day is it today? Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday, and I spent my entire day thinking it was Tuesday. Mm. I finally ordered my glasses. Gonna look nerdy. Hello, guys. You want a bite? Hold it. Mm. What are you eating? Egg and cheese bread sandwich. You look so beautiful. Hot? Yeah. Sorry. You okay? The other day I made mac and cheese, and I always add garlic powder to the mac and cheese to give it a nice flavor. But yeah, I went a little bit too much. And I asked my daughter, I was like, "Do you eat mac and cheese?" She says, "Too spicy, too spicy." I'm so sorry. Mommy was feeding her energy. Yeah. Yeah, I cannot wait to go grocery shopping tomorrow because the last 2 weeks. Okay, when I started cooking again about a month and a almost a month and a half ago, I got so excited that I went crazy and I over purchased. Like I got up for my budget, my weekly budget. I knew that I needed to restock my pantry to have all of the essentials for when I'm like starting to cook again and all that stuff. But I also went like buying expensive proteins and all this crazy stuff, and then I realized, oh shit, I only have this amount of money left for 2 weeks of groceries. You fine? So I went from like buying high quality proteins and shit like that into buying $1 can of salchichas and all bad food. So now it's been 2 weeks of eating all these horrible meals, and now I'm starting to feel it. So I'm gonna be more intentional now. I should have focused like 1 month of restocking the pantry and then 1 month of at least one expensive protein in the fridge, so we can manage to stay in budget. So no, nobody helped me. The boys have the same dad, but because he was waking up at 5 a.m. to go to work, and then he will get out of that job to go to a second job, he never helped me with the kids. um my daughters, I have both of my pregnancies by myself, and I gave birth to them by myself. So obviously I had no help either. What I would say is that all of them, they had good sleep after their 4 months. And still today with my toddler and my 9-year old, I created a bedtime routine. I feel like that's the key. And not just bedtime routine, but during the day, because if you don't have a structure during the day, they're gonna take crazy naps at crazy hours. They're gonna sleep too much, and it can be tempting. Luna, yeah, it can be tempting to see them having their nap and allow them to sleep as much as they can, so we can have time to do our things. But then you have to take in consideration which one is priority for you: sleeping or doing shit. And I prefer my sleep. Um, so I will only allow them a certain amount from this hour to this hour. You are allowed to have, and it's only, let's say, 1 hour and a half, or maybe 2 hours, but that will be it. But after this hour, you're not gonna have naps or anything. And at this time, you're going to bed, whether you fall asleep or not. I don't give a shit. You're gonna be in bed, all lights are off, and that way they learn um to have a sleeping routine. And they all, by 4 months, they will all sleep well. My The last one, she did give me a little bit of trouble for a while, but it was because after she was one, I moved to another country. So I think that kind of like affected her a little bit, and she became even more attached to me. So her sleep went bad. She did not want to be by herself. She always wanted to sleep with us, and yeah, it took me a good minute to get her in a routine again. It was so precious. One more. Experience mama. Yeah, but at some point, I was a first time mom, and I had children. And when I got divorced from the boys, that they were like almost 1 year. My boys are 1 year and a half, so maybe one of them was like 2 years, and the other was about to be 1 year. It was not a year yet, so they were still really baby, really small. So I have considered myself to be a single mom my entire life, because when I was married, he was not helping. And again, they were so little when I got divorced, and the girls I had by myself. So hi everyone. ¿Cómo? Happy baby, happy mommy. I love you. My toddler decided to make a mess with her food, and now because she got water and she splashed it all over the made disaster. So now she's hungry and she's eating mine. Not with crying. Where did I say this is a dating live stream? My baby was 9 months when I got pregnant again. One day. There you go. So they're exactly 1 year and a half apart. Mine. This is mine. No, it's mine. It's mine. She wants to steal my water. Oh, she did steal my water. She grabbed my bottle of water and she was like, "This is mine." She left and then she turns around. She goes, "You want this?" You're welcome. Yeah. Ah, nope. I was under absolutely nothing. I had them like God intended for me to have them. Now, two of them, they didn't even in Puerto Rico is very different than the United States. So in the United States, like you have your own little private room and you deliver your baby in that same bedroom and whatever. In the US, they have like an emergency room, but for only maternity. It is a very giving birth in Puerto Rico, it's very traumatic. Okay. Because you are in the worst pain of your life and they don't allow dads to be in there until it's the very last minute of giving birth. So if you are delivering for 10, 12, 14, 50, 20 hours, you're spending those hours by yourself and with a bunch of women screaming around you. Because again, it's a like a waiting room, emergency room, but only of women giving birth and you're only getting separated by curtains. So the lady next door, she's in her trauma, she's in her trauma, she's in her trauma. And you hear on top of you trying to concentrate in your thing, you're hearing all these, females screaming and being annoying and asking for the doctor every 3 minutes. And it's horrible. And you're by yourself in there. So after it's time to then go to to deliver your baby, that's when they take you to like an operating room. Let's say they take you to a room where over there is sterilized and that's when you give birth. Two of my children did not wait it. I have them in the pre-labor room, whatever the fuck you call it. There were doctors were not prepared. One of my doctors, the first one just came out, the doctor left and he was not gonna come back until like he was like, oh, she's in I don't know how many centimeters. Yeah, I'm coming back in like 4 hours. And I think I was so traumatized that I was gonna be 4 more hours of that pain that I just like he just came out. He just came out and there was another doctor who was like searching, he was inside another mom and he had to like throw gloves away, run, hold my baby's head. The nurses had to call my doctor because he could not deliver the baby unless my doctor gave him permission. So he has to hold my baby head, nurses calling my doctor and say, "Hey, the baby head is out. Can you authorize doctor whatever whatever to deliver the baby? He's holding the head right now." And obviously the doctor said yes. So that's when my doctor, this doctor that I still don't know his name, delivered my baby. But what happened was that my first three babies were the same hospital, same doctor. I already was comfortable. I already knew how he worked, right? But my fourth baby, he was not doing deliveries. Nobody was taking. And I finally, after calling a gajillion doctors, I finally found somebody that decided to take us, right? I was nervous. New doctor, new hospital. She does everything very different. So I was very worried that I was going to spend the. I spent between the moment I went to the hospital to the moment I have my babies 6 hours and a half, 4 hours and a half, and 3 hours. My deliveries were super quick, super easy. And this one was asking me to be in the hospital by 10 p.m., but she was not going to uh induce my labor until like 6 a.m. So she was not gonna go to the hospital until 6 a.m. So I was like, "You're gonna induce me at 10 and you're gonna have me all night in pen until 6 a.m. when you go to the hospital?" And I was like, "Hell no." So I drank castor oil. Castor oil, it's magic for inducing labor. So if there's a mom that it's over her 40 weeks and nothing is happening, castor oil induce labor. Natural remedy, by the way. You will need to go to the bathroom. I will tell you that. I will tell you that. But I made it at 10 p.m. to the hospital. So I drink the castor oil at 9 p.m. I was in the hospital by 10. I started to have my pains at 12 and I delivered my baby at 4. So for my daughter, my first daughter, it was my sister. She was with me over there. And that's the other thing. when you are in the hospital, your husband cannot go to the delivery room, number one, because there's other women. I understand that it's because there's other females basically naked, you're going through labor, so you don't have nothing in the bottom. They take you everything off and they just put you this paper thingy on top of you. So you have a bunch of naked females. So it's understandable for the sake of the other females, but when it comes to your thing, like you're going through that trauma by yourself. Luckily for my daughter, I was able to have my sister because she's a woman with me. And for my other daughter, it was supposed to be my mom, but they were not allowing anybody to be with me after 6 a.m. So basically, I was by myself for the last one too. Um, and then when it's time to stay in the hospital after delivery, it cannot be a man either because you're not in a room by yourself. You are sharing a room with somebody else. And again, because of the other, and they will talk to each other and they will say, "I'm fine." Like I could say to my roommate, like husband, I could say, "I'm fine with him. He can stay. We don't have any problem." And still, they would not allow him to stay. So Puerto Rico, it's horrible. People ask me why you hate Puerto Rico so much, and I was like, because it's the worst. Are you kidding me? When it comes to schools and medical industry, horrible. Like here, you are in your own private room since delivery, labor. You can have whoever the fuck you want in there. Your husband, your mom, your children. My children could have seen my other children being born. Like how amazing is that? It's something so natural, something so beautiful. And the fact that you have to go through all of that by yourself, it's horrifying. You are in the like no, it's the worst pain in the world, and you are by yourself. I didn't scream. I never did. Hi. I didn't scream. Are you going to have a hell no? I already have four. I don't need another baby. I just did my contribution to the planet with my four babies. How to cook everything. I'm gonna add that other book on my link. Okay. Okay, let's go for my links again. How to cook everything. Yes. The basics. Again. Okay, so if you go to my shop, my link, I added all the three previous books I showed you. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm adding now this one. So if you're interested in getting this one as well, it's also gonna be there. So give me a minute and I will add it. So to stay organized and always have backup of everything, I do have Notion. And even though I have my links on my shop if anything happens or if I need a quick reference to go look for links and everything, I always have everything saved also in Notion. And I have a folder with the pictures of every book. Get the link. I also made a column with the two links, the straight Amazon link and with the shop my link. I will show you in a minute. Create a new link. So here, products. Let's wait for the next one. Boom. All right, so I just added the book into my Shopify, guys. So over here, I have links. In my links, I have books, and then on books, I divided by category. So here we have the cookbooks. So this is the name of the book, my shop, my link, and obviously the original Amazon affiliate link. But if you go to my shop, my now you're gonna have all of the four cookbooks that I showed you earlier. Their links, and it is hot. I am getting ready to go inside. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, I'm gonna go now. A, it is too hot in here, and B, I need to go inside and sit down and work. So I'm gonna go now, and hope everybody has a nice day.